Update time! I want to talk about oil and that big 14.4 million barrel inventory build that we saw earlier in the weekly report, which is causing the zombies and the oil cockroaches and everybody else to sell like crazy. They're selling like crazy. Oh my God, the oil market's going to crash. Look, let's put everything in context, okay? Very important to have perspective here. Now, first of all, the 14 million build, which was a big one and it was unexpected, that brings us to 482 million barrels, which excluding the SPR. Remember, back in April, we were at 513 million barrels. So we are below the peak that we saw this year, and the economy is growing at a faster rate now than it was in the first half. That's point number one. The growth factors into demand. And as a matter of fact, we see in that same inventory report today still strong demand. Gasoline consumption this summer was a record. All right. Product production is running above last year, so that also points to very strong demand. Gasoline inventories are down. We saw a dip in distillate inventories. Okay. The other thing I want to point out is imports, crude oil imports, up averaging 9 million barrels a day in the latest week. That is a new high for this year and fully about 50% above where it was in 2014. So why are you importing so much oil? Obviously, that's going to flow into refinery inputs. They need it. So the stockpile, the inventory build, we're pulling in a lot of crude from abroad now. So if it was weak demand, if demand was weak, you wouldn't see import numbers like you're seeing right there. Look, we were buying crude back in August when everybody was selling. Market went down 39. We were long. Got out above 52 recently. You can go check out MMT Trader report for that. We made a lot of money. Everybody made money on that crude trade, just like every other closed out trade of MMT Trader. It has been a profit, okay? Now, I fully expected the pullback, maybe not to this degree, because I have been talking about the very high speculative net long position in the oil market. And I said that's going to have to be liquidated, although I didn't see it coming down to 45, but whatever. I was starting to buy around 49. This is going to be fine. This is going to work out. The economy is stronger, fiscal flows are strong, etc. You're going to definitely see some liquidation here going on in the futures markets with the correction down to this level. No question about it. Okay? And most people understand this. I have a lot of people now emailing me who have been following me and get the report who say, something like that mental game stuff, that has changed me. Changed me. I don't take losses anymore. It's all profit. That's right. That's what happens. But then there are some of you, they're still kind of whiny, kind of crybaby-ish. I have to say, we had a drawdown. You didn't give me a stop loss. Loss. I do not do loss. Okay? People like that, let me tell you something. You, in your mind, you think there is some magical holy grail system out there. Like you're thinking that there is a system that will carry you to success and profits. You don't have to do anything. The system will do it for you. Well, let me tell you something. That fantasy land. There is no panacea in this business, okay? There is no system per se that by itself is going to take you where you want to go. The only system, the only thing that's going to get you to where you want to go is what's between your ears, and that is your brain. That is the control over yourself and your emotions. That is the mental game. That is the thing. Look, I could take darts and throw darts at a dartboard and make money. I've always said that. Maybe not a lot of money, but I can make money because I have the right mental game. There is no system. If you say, oh, I just need, if I'm going to come up with something and have I'll lose 0.5% on my losing trades and I'll make 1% on my winning trades, and I just keep doing that, and mathematically that is a growth curve. Well, guess what? In that belief, in that statement, is implied that you can predict the future, which, if you listen to me, you know that is, I've never said that I can predict the future. All right? I can read the markets. I can tell you what the fundamentals will end up being because I know MMT. I can make every trade turn into a profit because of my skill and my experience, but I cannot predict the future. And if you think you can predict the future, which is basically when you say, I've got some system that I know if I take X on my stop losses and I take X on my wins, then it comes out. Then you are just, it's like a kind of masturbation. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. All right? It is not going to happen. So, and be honest, I said it in the last video. So many of you are just not going to make it. You're not cut out for it. You're not going to be able to handle it. You cannot go through the tough times. You cannot go through the stress. And more importantly, because, that stuff is hard. I don't want to beat you up for that. That stuff is hard. More importantly, you want a shortcut. All right? You're looking for a shortcut. You're lazy. Okay? You don't want to do the work. You don't want to, take the time. You don't want to extend the effort. You don't want to, maybe invest in yourself. Okay? You're lazy. You want a magic carpet ride that's going to take you there. All right? Nothing in this universe happens that way. I want to tell you. Nothing in this universe happens that way. Right, if you find something like that, good luck. But I'm telling you right now, you're not going to find it. There's no magic carpet ride. There's no something you just kicking back and, a number popped up. I got to do this. Somebody telling me to do that. And without any sort of worries, without any sort of stress, without any sort of having to go through adversity. In other words, bringing yourself into the equation. And if you think like that, let me tell you something. And that's all you people, you stop losers. You're conceited. You are conceited. And you are lazy. And you want somebody else or something else to do the work for you and just get handed a pile of money. Doesn't happen. Does not happen. So that's why. And look, I understand. Most people are like that. Most people are like that. You don't find diamonds laying in the street. If you did, they wouldn't be worth anything. They'd be like pebbles. So, some of you, though, you are committed. You are disciplined. You are focused. You're embracing it. You're going at it with enthusiasm and gusto. I love it. I love it. And I'm getting the emails from people. So, anyway, if you want to follow this stuff, if you want to make money, right? If you want your style to be making money, right? It's not my style, Mike. I'm going to have to cancel. It's not my style. I'm a losing style. I want the losing style. If you want a style that makes money, go get a 30-day free trial. pitbulleconomics.com. Click on the tab that says product. And please, don't be a nibbler. Even if you want to be a nibbler, take the full 30 days. Don't sign up and cancel immediately because I'm just gonna stop it. I'm sorry. If you deny yourself, if you are a self-flagellator, if you do not allow yourself or avail yourself of things to improve your life, if you don't feel worthy of that, why should you have the report? I'm not gonna be a party to that. I'm sorry. Even if you are that kind of person, pretend for 30 days. All right, just cancel on the last day or the day before, or on the 15th day. I don't care. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye bye.